Hey, and welcome to Understanding and Defining the Basics of Your Marketing Message with Michael Nelson, the Cogent Coach. I'm going to do a real quick walkthrough and use this quick slide deck here, just a few slides, to show you how to craft some of the marketing messaging that you'll need to make your service compelling for those that you're trying to sell it to. And on this episode, we'll do features, benefits, and advantages. We'll talk about compelling desires and pain points, and then the major outcome. And I'll make these sheets available as a PDF download too, so that you can use them and refer back to the video if you need to get some more details as you go through it. So let's jump in. So let's start with features, benefits, and advantages. What am I talking about here and why bother? Really what we're trying to do is translate from our language that we as the provider of the service understand clearly and could talk about in more detail than anyone on earth would like to hear. And we're proud of it. It's something we do well. We deliver it. We know the value. But that's not what our clients buy. Our clients buy the benefits. That's the with them. What's in it for me? That's what makes them pull out their credit card, their checkbook, whatever it might be, and purchase from you. So we need to understand how to transfer features to benefits and then advantages. So a lot of different people might offer the same benefits as you do, so we need to also understand why they should buy yours. And so I've created this quick and easy table, features, so that, benefits, and an advantage. And this isn't necessarily how all of your sentences will read. It would seem very formulaic, but it gets you the basics of understanding how to lay things out so that you can then work with the sentences and some of the copy. If you're writing online or if you're talking to people, you can have it just at the tip of your tongue, and so you can rearrange it on the spot, but you'll know this information. You'll have taken the time to get it down. So remember, think about the features. These are the attributes that describe the service. And so if we did it wrong, and let's look at this Ferrari for example, if we were talking about the features of this, we would say, it's got fantastic horsepower and acceleration. It's got monster brakes. It can stop on a dime. It's got tremendous suspension and steering system, and there's all sorts of computer assist, so you can take corners at high speed. The cockpit's got these dials and these features, etc., etc., etc. Its top speed is this. Its acceleration to 60 is 4.2 seconds, or whatever it might be. Those would be the features. Then the benefits might be, well, it's got the powerful engine so that it can accelerate. It's got the braking system and the suspension so it can go quickly into a turn, slow down, and power through a turn. It's got the great braking system so that if you need to, you can stop from high speed very quickly. And so we might look at that as the benefits. And then the advantages, well, it's faster than other cars. It can stop quicker. And these are all specs, right? And that's how we might approach it if we were only talking about the Ferrari from our perspective as the creator of it. But now, when we flip this around, which is the important piece, remember, because the people buying from us are going to hear it that way, we might say, for features, it has a classic style and elegance, it's handcrafted, it's powerful, so that your friends know you've arrived. Because that's why most people buy those cars. Not everyone, of course. There's your auto enthusiasts. Most people will go out and buy these cars and rarely drive them. A lot of people actually take them back afterwards. But they're really a status symbol. Hey, I've made it. Look at this. I've got a Ferrari. And so what's the advantage? Nothing says I've made it like a Ferrari. Now you're starting to talk the language of the person that's wanting to buy as opposed to the auto enthusiasts that are making it. So think about your marketing in that way. And remember, I said you can twist this around a little bit too, just so you have all three components in one sentence. It doesn't have to be in order. You could talk about, airbags as a safety feature. You could say this car comes equipped with an airbag system. In the event of a severe impact, the airbag will automatically deploy a cushioning system for its occupants. This airbag will save your life. You see, all of those features and benefits and advantages are in there, but it's not worded so formulaic. So you can twist it around once you get the basics too. So let's move on to compelling desires and pain points. Remember, your clients are buying the benefits, and the benefits are meant to solve a pain point or help them reach a compelling desire. And so this worksheet's just a quick, jot down the 5 compelling desires that your clients are trying to reach. These are the long-term goals. These are what they're moving towards. Or they've got 5 pain points. You solve 5 pain points, write those down. These are the short-term, immediate things that need to be relieved. They're moving away from them. And so these are the 2 things ultimately that people will buy, and almost everything fits into one of these buckets. So if it's an urgent need, your car has a flat tire. Well, the pain point is obviously a new tire. If it's they want tires that will help them drive their sports car better, then their compelling desire might be a set of sports rated tires. So those are 2 different things, and you could sell the same product to solve both of them, but you need to know where your client is on one of these 2 things to make sure that you're addressing it correctly. So your compelling desire, what are the long-term benefits? If you're a marketing firm, you might help them reach, their growth targets over the next 2, 3, 4 years by a great marketing campaign, by helping them build their own marketing system. Their pain point might be, they need time back in their day right now. So then you might say, well, this marketing system will do for you in 1 hour what you're doing right now manually in 4 hours a day. So the immediate relief is some of that time back into their business. Or it could be, fiscal. They may need to sell something right now, and they know that you're a marketing firm that can deliver. That's a little bit rarer that you can guarantee sales, but you get the picture here. You're selling something that solves a problem right now or takes care of something long term. And of course, your messaging and the emotional component of the messaging is going to be a little bit different for these as well. The compelling desire, the emotion will be, that happy state down the road. Then the emotion for the pain point is getting rid of that pain, pulling the sliver or the thorn out of the lion's paw. So jot down 5 of each. What compelling desires, what pain points are you helping with? Okay? Now think about the major outcome. We've talked about benefits, we've talked about those compelling desires and pain points. Now switch over to what are the major outcomes. What are the heavy hitters that you're bringing to the table, that just the best things that your service provides. Now these don't have to be pinned down into any category. They don't have to be, specific or numeric. They can be emotional, right? Because a lot of sales and marketing is emotional, and so are a lot of purchasing decisions. The major outcome, if we go back to one of the, the Ferrari example, well, the major outcome of owning a Ferrari is that, all of your friends are going to know you've arrived. And not just your friends, everybody you drive by is going to go, that's somebody, they must have made it. So there's a major outcome. We look at the marketing system I talked about. Well, what's a major outcome? Reducing your stress and increasing your revenue. Those are huge outcomes for a business. What if you're a plumber? Maybe your major outcome is, preventing a flooded basement, or, restoring a flooded basement if it came to that. That's a huge outcome. And so your features and benefits and advantages deal with compelling desires and pain points, and they produce a major outcome. What are the outcomes, the solutions? Are they specific? Are they on a timeline? Is it today, tomorrow, next year? Understand all these and how they flow together, and not just, to put on the internet or, to send out in an email, but, when you're meeting people, and they start to tell you about one of their problems, you can word your solutions correctly so that you can talk a little bit about the outcomes from their perspective, but yet still a little bit of how you deliver it, which brings in that credibility, builds your trust as an expert. You can't just promise outcomes. There's a little bit of proof and building of trust that comes with it. But if you understand these, you'll be prepared to both write and talk about what your business does, why people should purchase from you, and with them, what's in it for me from their perspective. So like I said, I'll put this quick 3 sheets workbook right below the video or somewhere near the video. I'll put a link for it. You can download it and work through these things, jot them down. You'd be surprised how much headway you make in solving your problems if you just take the time to write them down and think them through and come back and revisit them. It'll help you a lot. It's simple, and again, that's one of the most powerful ways to deal with this, is to get the simple basics down first. So If you like this type of information, you'd like more, feel free to sign up for my email list at my blog, thecogentcoach.com. You'll see sign-up information on there, and you'll get stuff like this delivered to your inbox, weekly or so. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for being with me. Cheers.